Yeah, this is the high skill ceiling, get good class. So let me actually, no, I'm going to showcase another class and then I'm going to go back to this one and then just show myself tweaking uh, this new skill here that I'm probably going to implement and might even show how I edit my action sequences here. First, let me go ahead and showcase the latest addition, which is the Krejic warrior class. And this class is she is basically the warrior slash tank class of the game. You get this class pretty early too, probably immediately after this class. Like once you beat the teacher boss, that whole scenario in the game, uh, you'll get this class, and then there'll be another scenario, and then once you complete that, you'll get this class. And but that's why that teacher boss, uh, she was using similar moves. She was like using like Biotic Flare and so on because that's where Zola gets them from this character once she defeats her. Which and on top of that, once she actually defeats her, she'll probably I'm gonna have most likely have it where she becomes an ally. And she'll be become an assist character or a party member where you can swap in and out. But so yeah, the Krejic warrior she uses an axe, and if you guys are familiar with Final Fantasy 14, actually borrowed a lot of nuances, well, a few nuances from that game, the warrior job, um, and the main thing with this class is she's very hard to kill. She has a lot of HP, and uh, so yeah, you can see here her vigor, her HP is 2,000, so it's double what the average is. And on top of that, maybe the most noticeable thing here is she has zero MP. Yeah, that's right. This class she doesn't utilize MP at all. Instead, when she takes hits, uh, she actually this class basically has super armor. So and with that, she doesn't lose her combo count when she takes damage. So basically, she doesn't get penalized at all with the score when she takes hits in this class, and that's really a good thing because you actually want to get hit in this class, and I'll showcase that uh, soon. Yeah, this part around. With, this is the basic attack you see here, and but yeah, her number one, the top part, the top icon you see there, it's actually a shield, and while the top is flashing, she blocks. You see that red shield there, and actually activates whenever she blocks an attack. It activates one of her special abilities, which is uh, just let me pull up the. Where is here's my little mini icon sheet, my little reference sheet. Oh shoot, I never saved that other icon. It's here. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, whenever she blocks an attack, she'll get a proc of her blood cleave ability, and her blood cleave is there's two variations of it. She has a single target one when there's only one enemy on the screen, or a multi-target one when there's at least two enemies on the screen. This is the multi-target, and you probably just saw right as I clicked away. She jumped up into the air and slammed her hammer down, and it was like a huge AOE, and uh, really good damage. These enemies are a little weak. They don't have much HP, but so you can't really see how strong anything is. But uh, I'll activate it. I'll use the class action button to activate it. You actually just saw the single target one there. I'll only use. Yeah, you see how she leapt up into the air, and you see right here. That's the actual blood cleave. Right there. I'll showcase it again. Leaps into the air, and does the AOE, and then I'll try to beat her up again to showcase the single target variant. But you can activate this proc by either using the class action, so by pressing the right trigger button, page down, or if you block an attack, she'll automatically get the proc. And you see the proc on the bottom too, at the states. It didn't even consume a number right here for blocking. And yeah, she'll do it again once I block another attack. Show that see this right here? That means I just got it again. So she'll prioritize using this move here whenever she blocks an attack. And yeah, so that's blood cleave essentially. It's a multi-hit attack. It builds up the combo meter a lot. It's really fun to use. And it's actually inspired by Fell Cleave from the warrior job in Final Fantasy 14. It's kind of a little bit similar, at least a single target version. Uh, like these guys to show off. But yeah, and the number one is this is pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. And then yeah, this is just a block. It's just a really solid block. And blocks in this game, you take 0 damage when you're blocking, and it doesn't take any MP. Since this class is kind of unique, she doesn't have to worry about MP anyway when she's blocking. And the second one is this actually restores your HP whenever you use this one. So never mind. So yeah, when she's when she is using this one, she'll actually restore 30. If she's above 50% of her HP, she restores 30% of her maximum HP. And when she's below 50%, she'll restore 60% of her maximum HP. And to use her overdrive, you're thinking since overdrives consume, man, how does her overdrive work? Her overdrive depletes, I think it's set to 60% of her maximum HP. As you can see there, she just used it, and her HP went down. And you see how you saw her HP just went back up to full because I kept using the number 2 there. So this class is really tanky and it's really hard to kill. If uh, so to speak. Uh, if you just focus on the first two abilities here, then yeah, you're pretty good to go. This is sort of the noob friendly. If you just kind of want to coast through the game a little bit, that enemies that aren't physically resistant, these two will get you pretty far. This is for the people who kind of just want to take the easy road, even though this is a really fun class. Uh, you'll like uh, you'll like this class. It's tanky, it's fun, it does a lot of damage. It's has some flashy moves, hard to kill, really good stats. Hits pretty hard. It's almost the complete opposite of this class, which does a lot more damage, but it takes a lot more effort. So there's a trade off there. However, if you want to actually uh, get the most out of this class, then you're gonna want to utilize this. And this right here, actually, I haven't even come up with official names for this. I literally just finished. I literally just came up with this class like last week. So, but this here is it's pretty unique. It's pretty fun. What it does is while this is flashing, any hit you take won't, for the most part, won't reduce her HP below 1. So she's virtually invincible. Basically, it's kind of like Holmgang from Final Fantasy 14, where she can't be killed while this is flashing. Only while this is flashing. So only while you have number 3 selected. And on top of that, if she's above 1 HP and she gets hit if she were to basically take damage to where it would take her HP below 1, so it would actually kill her, she'll get a state, which and that state enhances Blood Cleave and the AoE. Let me see if I can show you that. It's a little tricky to do because these characters or these enemies don't really do that much damage. But I did have it that way. While this is flashing, the damage she takes is tripled because naturally this class has really high stats. It's tanky, so it's kind of hard to get killed. But while this is flashing, you actually do take increased damage, so you can utilize this more easily. So let me actually. I'll fight the teacher. This teacher is actually set to have really high damage output, so I'll be able to showcase this easily. As you can see, she's at 1, and she can't. It can't go below 1 while it's flashing. And now I got back to full HP, and you see this this icon above Zola right now. Those like little red streaks and stuff. That means I have the enhanced Blood Cleave. She's about to use the regular Blood Cleave right now. And now she's going to use the enhanced one. That was the enhanced one. As you can see, it's pretty devastating, and it took a huge chunk of her of the boss's HP. And there's actually an AoE variant, but the way my game is test set up right now, it's kind of hard to showcase. So maybe I'll show it off. But you might have missed it, but when she was at 1 HP, and I used the middle one, number 2, she actually went to full HP. How I have this is that if her HP is at 1 and you use this ability, it'll automatically fully restore HP. If it's above 1 HP but below 50%, she only restores 60. So basically, you get a free overdrive if you use number 2 immediately after proccing number 3. And the thing is, because overdrive puts your HP back at 40%, that makes it easier to proc this again. But the catch is, you're super vulnerable when this isn't flashing after you get your proc, your enhanced blood cleave proc, because any hit will take you out. So it's kind of like uh, you're really uh, on a tightrope with this. So it's kind of fun and really exciting, and this helps you out. Like number one helps out. So if you use number three, and this is available, well, actually, you might even have it where you want to wait until these are available if they're scrolled in before you even try to go for procking this. So that way you have a little bit of safety there. And on top of that, so that way, things this is really easy to exploit. Well, at least I found that. But to counter that, um, while her HP is at one, uh, this number three scrolls in super slow. So after you activate this, you can't just basically be virtually invincible. Where you can just bounce from one to three. There are some gaps where you have to dodge the enemy or use some sort of invulnerability skill or artillery card. So you can't just cheese it. So when after you've used this, after you're at one HP, this scrolls in super slow. So you have to rely on these two to survive. And because of that gap there, you're going to be dodging some attacks or something. So that way you don't just completely cheese the game. But yeah, as you can see, as you saw that last part, that move does a lot of damage. Actually, I'll do a little mock test battle. I might die a couple times because it is pretty tricky to time this. But yeah, this class I found to be pretty fun to mess around with. And another thing I added is you see she's frozen, so she actually takes double damage from certain attacks like that have certain properties. So I was just taking advantage of that in my playtesting. Oh, I did, but it's kind of hard to talk and play at the same time. But I'm like, if certain abilities and stuff will apply certain debuffs to the enemies that you can immediately take advantage of. So, like, if the character, you might have abilities in your artillery deck where it'll drench the target in water, and when they're drenched, they take extra damage from electrical attacks. And I might have it where I do have it where certain attacks corrode the enemy. Like there's a green corrosive sludge that and while they have that state, they take triple damage from fire attacks. And with this, I have certain attacks that freeze the opponent, and while they're frozen, um, they take triple damage. Let me bust the game shark to make this simpler to showcase. Bring up the game shark real quick. Bring in some backup. I never even. Oh, it's interesting. But yeah. So let me go ahead and just do a little bit of this battle. I'll try to actually defeat her with this class, just to show how effective it can be. If I die one more time, I'll just move on. But yeah, as you can see, she's at 1 HP. Block this attack. Now I have to dodge. Dodge it, so I'm in the clear. Oh shoot, I forgot in the I didn't add the healing to that move. Well, still in the clear. As you can see, this is a pretty effective class. I really like how this design turned out, and I kind of wanted to go for something 14 inspired, and I think I achieved that. Anyway, you guys get the idea. I'll probably let me see if I can showcase the AOE variant on the enemies. Got it. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much the AOE variant. I'll try to show it off one more time. All right. Yeah, that is the Krejic warrior for the most part. Uh, Super tanky, really strong, really straightforward. There's not a whole lot to this class. It's super simple. That's why having the beginning of the game so that way it's easier for the player to grasp. And like I said, each of these abilities that you see here, they're acquired over the course of the game. So when you first unlock the class, only the first slot, the shield you see there, is available for like a good chunk of the game, and then you just have to progress through it until you can unlock the other features of the class. And by that point, you'll be more versed with the basic controls in the battles to where uh, you'll be able to take advantage and experiment with all the mechanics of the class. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, that is the Krejic warrior for the most part.